Yo, what's good, everyone? Your boy Deke back again with another vid. We got Steelers-Lions preseason game on Saturday, August 21st, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time at Heinz Field. We'll get through some of these quick matchups that I have for the Steelers-Lions. I don't know exactly who's going to play because the Lions last week, Jared Goff played, the first quarter, so I'm expecting him to play, but DeAndre Swift didn't play. TJ Hawkinson didn't play. Brashard Perryman didn't play. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if the Lions are going to be treating this as their second preseason game or more of like the warm-up to the regular season like we typically would see whenever you have your third preseason game. That being said, one of the big matchups could be Penei Sewell, the Lions' first-round pick, maybe should have went higher, slipped down the draft board, versus either Melvin Ingram or Alex Highsmith. I think Moat said on the podcast, I didn't notice this, that they flipped for portions of last game, so we might see Alex Highsmith on that side where Penei is on the right tackle side. But either way, if we get to see Melvin Ingram maybe for a few snaps against Penei, or even Alex Highsmith with seeing how he's been emerging this offseason, that could be a cool little matchup. First thing I wanted to get into is Cam Sutton and James Pierre at cornerback. I don't know how much of Joe Hayden we're going to see, hopefully just like a series or two. But the Lions, like the Eagles, they don't have the best receivers in the NFL by any stretch. But we could be seeing some extended time with our cornerbacks versus legitimate starting receivers in the NFL. So they have Brashard Perryman. Didn't play last week. I don't know if he's going to play this week. But I think Perryman's actually pretty underrated. He had a good run with Tampa Bay, and he was a first-round pick way back with Baltimore. But I actually think he's pretty decent. So Perryman. And then you have Tyrell Williams. He's like a journeyman receiver, but there is another receiver kind of like last week with the Eagles, Quez Watkins, that the Lions are really high on. And I did actually get to see some of his highlights. He does look pretty good. Amon St. Brown. So if there's two of those receivers, whether it's Tyrell Williams or Brashard Perryman, plus Amon St. Brown that can play some extended time in the first half, we're going to get a pretty decent look like we did with Cam Sutton and Pierre last week on legitimate starting wide receivers. So I'm looking forward to that. Mainly, actually, there's two things with this. So with Cam Sutton, is he going to bounce back and show that he could really play outside? And can James Pierre just keep it going? Because if Cam Sutton looks a little off again this week, we might seriously need to consider moving him into the slot and having James Pierre and Joe Hayden being our outside cornerbacks, especially since the slot is a little bit shaky right now. There's positive reports about Arthur Millette, but initially it was Antoine Brooks. Wouldn't we feel a little bit more confident with Cam Sutton there as opposed to those two guys? So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to in this game. Number two, we get to see, hopefully, the first look at our starting offensive line. Now, I haven't read anything recently, and when I say recently, probably within the past 24 hours, but whenever they were first together, there were a lot of glowing reports about how the offensive line looked as a unit. Pushing guys back 5 yards. Najee Harris was able to break off a run. I'm just excited for that. We'll get to see Big Ben with the offensive line, with Najee Harris. My thoughts are, though, Ben, get him a series or two. I don't really care what the hell he does. Just get him out of there healthy. Same with Najee Harris. But I'm just happy we'll get to see the unit maybe for a brief moment in this game. Just give me something as an offensive line that's going to put some pep in my step and get me excited about you guys going into week one, because I have been excited this whole offseason because I don't think we can get any worse than what we were last year because we have all these young pieces. We have dudes like Kendrick Green. Even Dan Moore, I don't think he's going to be on the first team, but Kevin Dotson, Trey Turner, former Pro Bowler, like there were reasons to be excited about this offensive line compared to last season. There is a lot of uncertainty there. It just has sucked up to this point with the offseason. They haven't been together. Now we're going to get that first look. I'm assuming they'll get another shot next preseason game, but it'll just be nice to see them with Big Ben and all the other ones in this game. And then lastly, the thing I'm looking forward to in this game is Joe Schobert in his first game as a Steeler. So all the reports about Schobert is that he's pretty much going to be playing like 100% of the snaps. There's a competition between him and Devin Bush for the 3-down linebacker position. But if we're going off what Joe Schobert said, that they're going to be looking to give him the green dot, maybe that's what he's going to be, and that's going to free Devin Bush up. I think there could be a decent matchup in this one, depending on TJ Hawkinson if he plays. And then also DeAndre Swift, rookie running back. Not the best of all time or anything, but he is pretty talented. So between Joe Schobert, Devin Bush, I think those could be some nice matchups in the first half, maybe those first couple series, just to see what Joe Schobert's about. Because TJ Hawkinson, he's emerging. He could potentially hit that top 5 threshold as a tight end this season. But just to see Joe Schobert, we'll see how he does in coverage, especially compared to like Robert Spillane and how the linebacker unit as a whole has been in coverage these past couple preseason games. That's it for my preseason preview. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Stay chilling and peace.